Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Katelyn from Katelyn Plans, and today I'm setting up my catch-all for the week of September 26th through October 2nd. So we are in October officially when this week comes to a close. And I want to do fall stuff for this week because we are also officially in fall, which I'm super excited about. The weather has already started to take a turn up here in Wisconsin, and I mean, I like it, but I also don't have like my coat and stuff like unpacked right now, so I gotta get to that. But we're doing fall, so I'm excited about that. I'm gonna do like a neutral fall for this week. Last week we did like a harvesty kind of fall theme, and I had a lot of fun with this one. It's not completely filled in just yet. The week before was like cottagecore fall. So this week we're doing like neutral fall. All the different varieties of fall for you. I'm also going to be planning with a sheet of stickers that has not come to my shop yet. It's going to be in my October release, and my October release is going to be on October 14th at 10 a.m. Central Time. So you'll have to wait a little bit to get this one, but I wanted to share this early because I'm super excited about this. It is called Sweater Leaves. If you've been catching up on my Instagram stories or keeping up with my Instagram stories, I actually made a sheet of like tiny little sweater print houses. That's like more of a Thanksgiving kind of thing. And then one of my reps was like, what if you did sweater leaves? And I'm like, that's an amazing idea. So I have this like digital art brush that does like a sweater print. So I layered it to like make like a kind of neutral colored sweater. I sketched out some leaves on top of it. I did like a fun like gestural sketching, and then I added like little spiny things in the middle of them. Just a lot of different shapes of fall leaves and sweater patterns. So I'm excited about this one. I'm going to use it for my neutral fall today. And I thought if we're doing sweater pattern, I might want to pair them with these sweater pattern ones that I have from Alicia Michelle that I have 2 sheets of. It's called Cozy 1 and Cozy 2. And it's like quotes on top of like a sweater, like a photo of sweater. And then there's some fun like neutral pumpkins and leaves in there. So I thought maybe we could like combine my leaves with like a different style of leaves. The quotes will kind of take center stage for like the quote element of the spread. Again, more neutrals. I could also grab like some of these Create with Mandy craft paper leaves if I wanted like a different kind of touch of leaves. I'm thinking all leaves down the sidebar maybe this time, so I grabbed those. They're like a craft paper printed sticker. If I want a sticker doll, which I haven't quite decided yet, I'm thinking maybe at the bottom of the sidebar. I grabbed these ones that are the Beauty in White because I wanted to stay in that neutral color palette. She's very summery, so I'm thinking she's probably going to have to be the gal for this spread. But I didn't want to bring in like really bold patterned outfits when I'm like doing so many different colors of like neutral stuff. I grabbed holiday garlands from According to Allie. Not to use these ones with like the buffalo plaid and the berries, but I was thinking maybe the wooden like bead ones could be kind of fun to have like incorporated in there. I also grabbed the new Painted Blossoms book from Zay Wild because I saw some functional boxes in here that I thought could be really cute. So I'm looking at like just these. I don't know if I'm going to keep the little corner things. I could cover them up if I wanted to, but I thought that was like a nice color palette for this. And then there's some like fun stuff in here. I don't know if I want the quotes per se, but there's like a lot of really cute stickers in here that I could use in some way. This is one of the newer Havy Planner ones. And then finally I grabbed some scrapbook paper. Keep with the neutrals, I got little polka dots. So it's a lot of stuff. I'll try to link everything down below as best I can in case you're interested in ordering any of it. But I'm going to go ahead and pop this off the discs and we will get started. So I'm going to start with my scrapbook paper, and the way that I want to do it in this spread is I would like kind of like an island of it coming in from the sidebar. I'm going to layer the leaves on top of it, so it doesn't need to be like the most bold piece of scrapbook paper you've ever seen, but I want just a little something right here. And actually, I think I want something that comes into the spread just a little bit more, so I'm going to tear a second section. I'll save the other one for like somewhere else in this same spread, or I could do like a different project with it. You can't go wrong with polka dots. So I'm just gonna rip a larger semicircle this time. I'm not getting that white torn edge because I tore it the wrong direction, but I think it'll be fine. That looks better. The back side of this is like this fun floral print, but the issue is when you do like the white torn edge, you do get some of that purple showing through, so maybe it's better that I just like didn't do that. Yeah, that's going to be much better. I'm trying to think ahead to like what's going on this week, and that kind of dictates where I put things, because I can't like put a million stickers on a day when I have like a million things going on, because then I have to like layer stuff on top of it or like move around the stickers. So trying to pay attention to that. I don't think there's a whole lot going on Monday. I think the two things I have are that I'm working, and then also my Create with not Create with Allie. I'm combining sticker brands here. According to Allie, Patreon exclusive stickers are arriving on Monday for the month of September. They're like a really fun pastel fall. So we've got these like sweater leaves that are going on top of the polka dotted scrapbook paper. The scrapbook paper is more of a cream tone, which I think is fine because we're planning with so many different neutrals here. And the leaves on this page are kind of interspersed with this like more abstract, like rectangle, oval rectangle kind of shape. I just thought they were kind of visually interesting with the leaves. There's no like express reason why that's the shape I went with for this one, but there was just empty space in between the stickers, and I'm like, I'm gonna put something there. So we went with circle rectangles on that. I'm kind of working through all of my October release designs. I have a lot of ideas for it. And at the same time, I'm working on my advent calendar designs, which I'm very excited for. Should I go over to these ones, or should I go to the craft paper leaves first? I feel like this is a good top layer because they don't have like a white border around them. So if I'm gonna put like another layer of leaves down, I'm gonna start with the ones that have that white border around them. This one is kind of stuck or attached to the larger shape, but I can kind of just rip it off. Sometimes the cut lines on these sticker sheets get a little funky. I've had a number, like if you watched last week's catch-all spread, I had the same issue where one of the stickers was like attached to like another one of the stickers that it wasn't meant to be attached to, which was a little weird, but you can just cut them or use an X-Acto knife if it's like giving you grief. I'm gonna kind of trail these like up the sidebar. We're going for like falling leaves. That's kind of the vibe for this week. The leaves haven't really started falling here. Everything is still very green. I went for a walk the other day, just like on a walking trail that's like kind of in the area. And I was like thinking, this is gonna be really pretty when it's fall, but right now it doesn't feel like fall because it's just like so green outside. Like everything is still very lush and there's flowers, and I'm like, this is not fall, even though it is fall. I guess the flowers haven't gotten the memo yet. And I'm talking about like summer florals here, like really bright, colorful ones. Okay, so we've got this kind of leafy cluster going on over there. Trying to decide, maybe I want one of my quotes in here, so we're gonna go with, "Oh fall, it's nice to see you again," because we are moving into fall. This is gonna be the first full week of fall. And I think I'm also very excited to go up north next week. I'm pretty sure it's next week. I'm going back to my college for homecoming, and just like northern Minnesota is so beautiful at this time of year, so I'm excited to like go and be back and enjoy the weather and just like take a little trip. Oh fall, it's nice to see you again. Then I'll grab my sticker girl. These ones are from Red Lyrics, which is probably my favorite place to get sticker dolls because they're really affordable. They're good quality. You get a number of different designs on every sheet, so they're not all the same. She's gonna hang out here, just kind of down here at the bottom of the sidebar. Yes, she has like a blue clutch, but I don't think it's like that distracting from everything overall, so I'll let it slide. I would have preferred if she had the neutral accessories, but there's not much I can do unless I want to do like really intricate sticker surgery or like take out an acrylograph pen and change it, and I'm not in the mood to do that right now. And I guess I have like the similar like thing with her shoes, which are kind of blue, but those are really easy to cover up, or we'll cover one of them up with a pumpkin. Goodbye, one blue shoe. And then I want the leaves to kind of spread out into Tuesday. as I had mentioned, gotta pay attention to when stuff is going on. So I probably should put a box on Monday before I have any more issues, or like before I like start covering stuff up. I had mentioned the Zay Wild ones, but the ones that I had looked at were like arched boxes. So I'm not sure that that's gonna work out like the best for me if I want to put it like right there, because there's like not enough room for that. Maybe I need to go over to the Mojo Jojo Plans ones. I grabbed brown boxes and more from Mojo Jojo Plans, and I just have to figure out which color would look best with the rest of the stuff. Okay, so we've got like a really chocolatey brown, which I don't mind because it is the same color as the lettering on those Alicia Michelle quotes ones. This one I think leans a little more yellow than I'd like for it to be. And then this one is definitely like peachier. So I think I'm gonna go with the chocolate brown this time around on like boxes for my spread. I might pull something else out of the Zay Wild book at some point. I just haven't decided what I want to do with it. It's a pretty new to me book, so I'm not really sure exactly what's in there quite yet. I need to like get into like flip throughs and stuff like that to figure out like what I want to do with the book. I was very roundabout. The more that I flip through the sticker book, the more I'm gonna like figure out what I actually want to use it for. So this one is gonna be a box for work, and then I can probably just write that my stickers from Allie are arriving right down below it. So if that's the case, maybe I don't even want this like box right here. I'm so indecisive. You peel that right up, and I'll just layer my functional box kind of into this cluster. So this is going to be the box where I write down that I have work, and then somewhere in this space down here is where I'm going to write that my stickers from Allie are arriving, and I have to go intercept them so that I don't have the same issue that I had with my Happy Planner fall release order, which is that someone cut into it before I could get to the box. Everything was in there, thankfully, but it's just kind of annoying to like have to constantly be on alert to make sure that my mail isn't getting stolen. I'm supposed to be posting a collab on Instagram this week with a company. I haven't gotten the package yet, and I'm like hoping that it got sent and that also it didn't get stolen in the mail, because again, package thieves, I hate them. It's like one of my big pet peeves is when my mail gets stolen, and I think a lot of people probably feel the same way. So I'm trailing the leaves kind of up this direction across the top of the page. If I go over to the Create with Mandy craft paper leaves, let's see, how well will these kind of like fit in or fit on top of the other shapes? Because I was thinking I can just like layer them, you know? I'm not sure if they're like exactly the right color or if I want them like layered on top of the other leaves. I'm going to place a few and figure it out. These have been really fun just to like add a little bit of like visual texture, because they're like a different paper. They're much thicker than like a normal sticker, I would say. They're more of like a cardstocky kind of feel to them. They're very fun. I like how creative Mandy is to like do cards or craft paper stickers. She has them with the leaves. She has craft paper like book things. She has like some circles. All sorts of fun stuff. I recently got an order in the mail from her September release, and I got another sheet of these craft paper leaves because I had so much fun planning with the half sheet that I already used. So I'm like, yeah, this is going to be a nice fall staple for me. Let's add in like that one there. It's a lot of leaves, but I think it looks really cute. And then maybe like one down here by her feet, just so that all the different varieties kind of continue throughout the sidebar, and this one's gonna like tack that loose corner of scrapbook paper in place as well. Okay, so this is what I've got for this kind of half of the spread so far. I'm gonna put some boxes in place. So Tuesday is the season premiere of Bachelor in Paradise, just in time for fall to start. So I want to sit down and watch that. I think that's probably my favorite of all three of the different like Bachelor franchises. It's just like a little bit more organic than like the usual heavily produced Bachelor and Bachelorette. Although I think there's going to be some twists this season that'll make it a little bit more produced from what I've seen of like the promos. But I'm going to put a box there because I definitely want to watch like at least the first episode. Probably will watch every single episode of it, but the first episode is very telling on how the season is going to go. No plans for me on Wednesday. And I'm thinking maybe in this spread, I want to add in some checklists because I haven't used any of these checklists from the book. And I like to do like bullet pointed stuff in this planner, like checklists. So I'm going to add in one of these chocolate brown checklists down here at the bottom. Ideally, I'll have like some kind of header sticker with it, but I have to find them. Maybe those are the ones that I'll take out of the Zay Wild book, if there's something like that in there. And then I'll place this one on Wednesday. Wednesday is kind of up in the air. I think it's just going to be a work day for me on like all of my personal projects, which are like sticker designs and schoolwork and all that fun stuff. So we've got like these boxes, which wouldn't be terrible to like use and then layer with some of Allie's hand lettered like to do today stickers. But if there are like this is kind of what I'm looking for. The color that I like says vacation. You could do now or never, but I think that's a little bit more pressing than it really needs to be. Oh, how lovely. Got noted, all that stuff. I'm not sure that there's going to be any of those stickers that have the text that I want them to have. And should I do like the skinny little boxes for the headers, or is that just adding in one more color that doesn't need to be there? I can't quite decide. So I'm going to put a pause on that and flip over to this one. And I'm thinking I want the leaves to kind of come down to this corner as like an opposite of what I did over there. So if I move that over to the side, I can take this scrap of scrapbook paper that I already tore out and just glue that kind of parallel or opposite to like the larger scrap in that corner. We're gonna go right up here on Sunday, and I think I'm gonna drop it down a little bit lower so that I have some guaranteed writing room up there at the top of Sunday. Even though I don't have any plans on the docket for then, like right now, something might get added as the week goes on. That's typically how it goes. Like, I get a call from a friend that's like, hey, you want to go to brunch? Like that kind of thing. So I want to leave that space open in case that like pops up. I'm going to start with my leaves as the base level because they're the largest of the three. So I think they're probably the best like way to kind of determine where the spacing is. And I'm going to have them kind of angled down like they're falling to the ground. Not all of them need to be like the same direction, but I'd like them to generally be going down to the ground if we consider this bottom level of the spread like the ground. So add 3 of those right now, and then take this one, and we'll give like some interesting effects by cutting pieces off the edge of the spread, just as if they're continuing into frame rather than like starting in the middle of nowhere. And I can use like these scraps like this that I've already cut to give that same effect, like they're continuing out of the spread. They're just kind of passing through rather than like just being like right there. And with this one, we'll do something similar where I add it in at the bottom. And I'm trying to leave like a decent amount of space between them because they're really big. Well, in terms of the other stickers, I wouldn't say they're like huge leaf stickers, but I do want to make sure that like the other leaves have some holes to fit into. And because it was cut, it's just going to go down there at the bottom. All that I have left are these little abstract shapes, but I can use those for a different project. And then I saved a handful of leaves on this Cozy 2 sheet. I'm not sure how many like pumpkins I necessarily need to work into this spread. We got some over by that gal. Grateful, thankful, so very blessed. That's gonna kind of nestle into my leaf cluster over here. We got sweaters on sweaters. Would you look at that? And I do like how the leaves add like a slight pop of orange. Still very neutral, but like the orange, it reads as fall for me. So I'm gonna layer some onto the scrapbook paper. I'm gonna layer some like down into that corner. I'm just gonna throw leaves everywhere. And that is the one nice thing about like not owning a house, is that I don't have to care about like leaf maintenance, which tends to be like an annoying part of fall. Back when we were in college and we rented a house, like we were required to do like the maintenance tasks like that, like mowing the lawn in the summer and removing the snow in the winter and raking leaves in the fall, which when it's romanticized, like, isn't it so fun to rake up leaves and throw them in the air and like jump in the pile? Yes, but when you have to do it over and over again and it's more of a chore, not my favorite thing in the world. So happy that I don't own a house currently and don't have to deal with that. Eventually I'd like to own a house, but maybe not right now. Maybe when I'm a little bit more settled into a career of some sort that I can like afford a house. Cannot afford a house currently. Stickers are not paying for me to buy a house. We're gonna put those leaves down there. I do think I'm gonna need to grab my second sheet of the Create with Mandy craft paper leaves though, just so that this cluster or this side of the spread isn't just 2 leaves and that's it. And I could even layer them like onto the little quote because they don't have that white border around them. So here is my second sheet that I got with my most recent Create with Mandy order. I'm gonna place one of them right there. I don't want to go crazy with them because I do want to save this sheet for like a future spread. Again, I think this is gonna be a real fall staple for me because they're like so fun, such a fun texture. Do this one like down here, and I think that's pretty good. In terms of the Alicia Michelle stickers, and I also think I'm done with the scrapbook paper for now, so it's gonna go off to the side just to clear up the workspace a little. So I was saying, in terms of the Alicia Michelle stickers, I have lots of pumpkins, 2 stacks of like books with pumpkins on top, which I think are really fun. So maybe I could move one of those into this cluster. If I take this leaf up and grab this sticker and just kind of cluster it in around the quote. And I'll probably be doing some reading this weekend for school. Not fun reading, but the books are a nice addition for that. And then I do want to add in my last like quote from her. So it says fall breeze and autumn leaves. And that one is going to go like up here Thursday, Friday. I just got to figure out what it's going to get clustered with. So maybe if I do like these pumpkins, they could go like behind slightly, like that's not bad, kind of like that. And do I want like one more? If we're gonna go for it, we could add in like just a lot of pumpkins. This one's kind of small, that wouldn't be bad. So I'll take this smaller pumpkin and just kind of place it right here. We've got like a little shelf going on up there. This is what I've got left. A candle, another book stack, a pumpkin, and 2 pumpkins. As for the one that's currently on my hand, I'm thinking that it wouldn't be terrible to like have with the books or on the other side. So if I peel this leaf up, we can even add it into that cluster so that it has something. This pumpkin's gonna go right here. Trying to think, are there any other leaves that I could like allocate to that cluster? Not that I'm like seeing that I would necessarily want to do. Well, we could take this like partial one and I could stick it up on the very top line as maybe like a continuation of the cluster that kind of comes in. So it kind of trails out that way a little bit better. And then I could take the one that I just kind of randomly stuck into that hole because I don't think it needs to be there. We could place it right here. Maybe I'll take this one and move it again. I'm just trying to like make it look like this continues all the way up and across the top, which I think that looks fine. Would it look just completely random to have one of these holiday garlands up here at the top? Maybe a little bit. I just don't know how I would work them into like a spread. I'm trying to make use of these, but I'm just not sure that this is right for this like particular spread because it's already getting kind of busy. I'm gonna flip back to the more functional stuff and just start putting in all the commitments that I have for this half of the week. So Thursday, I think I have work, but there's also room for a checklist in here, and it's gonna go down here at the bottom so that it's not in the middle row right next to the other one that's in the middle row. So we've got that one. I'll take one for Friday, and then if I have 4 checklists this week, I think that's enough. Like, for the days that don't get checklists, I can kind of relegate those tasks to like other days. Like Monday's checklist can kind of share with Tuesday, Saturday could share with Friday, that kind of thing. And then I'll need some more of these like skinnier boxes because I have work Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I'd like to mark some shifts in here. We can even start with like the ones that are on this page just to use them up. I'm a little scattered right now. I haven't filmed a video in a while. It's been like really hard to get the motivation to like sit down and film stuff. And I've been reorganizing the craft room a little bit, so it's like there's stuff everywhere, which probably isn't helping like me mentally compartmentalize everything because there's always stuff on this table when I'm not like filming videos, which that's like really like starting to get to me. It didn't used to. It used to just kind of be like move stuff from one place to another so that you have space in the one area to like do things. But now I'm like, it'd be nice to have designated areas for everything. So I'm trying my best to keep this table clean even when I'm not filming videos. That's like my big goal for the week. We'll see if that actually happens or not, but we're trying here. So those are the work shifts. And then I've got rent that's due on Saturday, because Saturday is the 1st. And then I also want to mark my podcast going live on Friday. We have a new episode going live on Friday. We'll be talking about like fall stuff and the most recent Amxo Designs sticker launch, which was a really good one. A lot of like cool like fall designs. Can't wait to use them in my planner. I'm going to go with this slightly larger box for that, just because there's so much text to include when I write like new podcast episode goes live. And also it's going to need to go underneath the book stack. So we'll peel this guy up to sneak the box in behind it. So it's probably best that I pick the larger size box because this is going to get rid of some of that functional writing room in the box. I'm just going to kind of need to write around the stack of books, but I don't think that'll be too much of a problem. Okay, maybe not a whole lot of writing room, but I'll just figure that out as it comes. And then this box will just fit the text rent due. Nothing more, nothing less. Very simple notification there on Saturday. And I think that's all of my commitments for the week. I do want to find some little headers though for my checklists. I also have an appointment on Thursday that I always forget to put a box down for, so I'm going to put that right there. I'm grabbing these According to Allie to-do stickers. You can use my code Katelyn10 for 10% off at According to Allie. And I'm going to take the ones that just say today. I think the lettering is fairly similar to the Alicia Michelle lettering. So do I want them directly on the pages? Do I want like a mild liner line underneath them? That wouldn't be bad. And I have some fun like neutral colored mild liners I could use. I grabbed this one. I can't tell you what color it is because everything is Japanese on the back of these. I got the Japanese version of this mild liner set because they had one different color than the American one. So I'm going to use this to just draw like a line straight across. I think the color works pretty well with the other stickers that I have on the page. I'm going to use it to divide these sections out, and there's really no going back on this, so I kind of have to commit to it for all of them. And I can use this throughout like the week. Like sometimes when I'm writing in these boxes, I'll do like a little dash at the top, and then I'll use that to kind of like make the time of stuff stand out. So like this is at 11 a.m. So I'll like highlight and then write 11 a.m. on top of that to like make it stand out more. And that's another way that I can like kind of make it a little bit more cohesive. I'm gonna layer my today stickers on top of them. I think they look really good on top of the mild liner. That's one of the benefits of using like clear lettered stickers like this. You can get stuff to show through them to do a little bit more of a decorative touch. And I'm using today rather than to do. One, because I only have 3 to do stickers left. And also because I want to like make these lists like more like lists of things that'll get done. Like for example, if something like the package that I have arriving on Monday like doesn't get like written there, I can like write it on a bullet point and just be like, today, expecting an order from like Allie, that kind of thing. So it can be a combination of to-do list items and like things that are going to happen that don't deserve like a whole box. That's kind of how I do my lists. Today, it's going to go there. I think that looks pretty good. And I think that's going to be it for this week. It's getting a little bit busy. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this back onto the discs and we'll just get a good look at it. Alrighty, all set up on my discs for this week. I am loving this spread. I think it's like such a fun neutral fall spread. So excited to get some stickers used out of my stash and also use some stickers from my October release. Again, that's going to be on the 14th of October. Sorry to tease these for you so early on in the month, but stay tuned for your own sweater leaves at some point. I like the sweater pattern, very warm and cozy. I'm already like fully wearing sweaters because it is just like freezing cold outside. They haven't turned the heat on in the building yet because there's like a set date for that. So I gotta wait for the heat to come back on. Sweaters until then, but I'm loving the way this turned out. I also like worked through most of my stickers on these cozy sheets. So these 2 sheets are kind of an example of what goes into that sticker album that I just keep like sheets with single stickers left on them in. This will be good for like a junk journal spread because I can make something with the 3 stickers. I'm not going to throw them away, but I can't make like a full catch-all spread with them at the same time. So they go off to the side where I can use them on like a tinier project. So working through the stash, love the way this turned out. There you have it. If you liked this video, hit that like button down below. You can also subscribe to my channel for more fun planner-related content and follow me over on Instagram at Katelyn Plans, where I share after the pen photos as well as photos of spreads that did not get videos. Thanks for watching and happy planning.